My name is James, and my daughter was born with a congenital heart defect called AVSD. This is a common diagnosis in children with Down syndrome, and while it was a significant challenge, we managed to overcome it with a lot of prayers and hope. In this video, I want to share our story and provide some information about common heart defects in children with Down syndrome, hoping to help other parents who might be facing a similar journey. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos that will make your Down syndrome journey a whole lot easier. Heart defects are common in children with Down syndrome, affecting about 50 to 60% of them. These can range from mild to more complex conditions, but certain types tend to occur more frequently. According to the CDC, here are the 7 most common heart defects seen in children with Down syndrome. Atrioventricular septal defect, or AVSD. This is when there's a hole in the center of the heart, allowing blood to mix between chambers. Doctors can often repair this with surgery, closing the hole and ensuring the heart works normally. Ventricular septal defect. This is when there is a hole in the wall between the heart's lower chambers, letting blood mix. Many VSDs can close on their own as the child grows, but if not, a simple surgery can correct it, helping the heart function properly. Atrial septal defect. This is a hole in the wall between the heart's upper chambers. It's often small and may close on its own, but if needed, doctors can close the hole with a straightforward procedure, ensuring the heart and lungs work well together. Patent ductus atriosus. This happens when a blood vessel that should close after birth stays open. Doctors can usually fix this with a minimally invasive procedure, which helps reduce strain on the heart and lungs. Tetralogy of Fallot. This involves a combination of heart issues that reduce oxygen flow. It might sound complex, but doctors can perform surgery to correct these problems, greatly improving oxygen levels and overall health. Pulmonary stenosis. This is when the valve controlling blood flow from the heart to the lungs is too narrow. Doctors can widen this valve using a procedure called balloon valvuloplasty, which helps the heart pump blood more easily. Coarctation of the aorta. This is when there is a narrowing of the main artery that carries blood from the heart to the body. This can be treated with surgery or a less invasive procedure, allowing blood to flow smoothly and reducing strain on the heart. My daughter was diagnosed with AVSD during our pregnancy. Initially, the doctors recommended surgery when she was still very young. However, soon after being taken out of her incubator, she began to desaturate, meaning her oxygen levels dropped. Because of this, the doctors decided to perform the surgery sooner to prevent any further complications. The surgery was successful in closing the hole in her heart, and doctors thought it was the right time to remove the breathing tube. Unfortunately, shortly after the tube was removed, my daughter's oxygen levels dropped dangerously low, and the medical team had to perform CPR. During the CPR, the pressure caused her heart stitches to rupture, reopening the hole that had just been repaired. The doctors quickly realized what had happened and performed a second surgery to address the issue. Thankfully, this surgery was successful, and her heart remained stable afterward. However, my daughter's breathing issues continued, prompting the medical team to investigate further. While her heart was stable, we found out that there were other factors affecting her breathing. These were separate from her heart condition, and we'll discuss them in another video about common health issues in children with Down syndrome. Managing my daughter's heart condition did not end with her surgery. We continued with routine cardiology checkups to monitor her heart health. During these appointments, she would receive both an echocardiogram and an electrocardiogram. An electrocardiogram is a test that records the electrical activity of the heart. It shows the rhythm and strength of the electrical signals that control the heart's beats, helping to diagnose issues like arrhythmias and other cardiac conditions. These tests are pretty easy for my daughter, and as a family, we appreciate them because they're nice and short. An echocardiogram is a test that uses ultrasound to create images of the heart. It allows doctors to see the heart's structure and function in real time, including the heart chambers, valves, and blood flow. These tests can take some time, but music always helps to keep her calm during the process. Thanks to her doing well on these tests consistently, our cardiologist suggested we move to annual visits. That's the biggest green light you can get from a doctor. Fewer visits mean your child is doing well. Our cardiologists emphasize the importance of both dental and skin health, as infections in these areas can lead to serious heart conditions like endocarditis. Bacteria from poor oral hygiene or skin infections can enter the bloodstream and harm the heart. To protect my daughter, we prioritize her dental care and keep her skin healthy by using sunscreen on her scar, keeping it covered, and applying lotion regularly to prevent irritation or infection. Looking back, it all happened so fast, and getting timely information was a challenge due to the circumstances at the time. I struggled to keep up with all the medical jargon and to fully grasp what it meant for my daughter to have an AVSD. I remember doing research and feeling overwhelmed by all the challenges my daughter was facing. I never for a second thought we'd lose this fight, but I did worry about where we'd find the stamina to endure the many battles ahead. I turned to God, just as my wife did, and He gave us the strength to see this through. I focused on everything good. The fact that my daughter was still fighting and still alive, I held onto that tightly and was extremely grateful, both for the good and the bad news we received about her heart. I'm just so happy that this chapter is mostly behind us and that my daughter has made great progress with her heart defect. If I had to give advice to other families in similar situations, it would be to cry if you need to, but don't give up. Focus on the good, not the bad. Be present with your child, and if you're religious, pray for more time. I'd also suggest writing, whether it's poetry, journaling, or just jotting down your thoughts. During this time, I wrote some poetry, and it really helped me process my emotions and refocus on the positives. Writing when you're sad, happy, or angry can be a powerful tool to help you through the tough times. As we wrap up, I want to say thank you for joining me and sharing my daughter's journey with AVSD. It's been a tough road, but it's also been filled with incredible resilience, hope, and progress. If you're a parent going through something similar, please know that you're not alone. There are so many of us out there who have walked this path, and there's a whole community ready to support you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. I'm committed to sharing more about our journey and providing support for other families navigating life with Down syndrome. In upcoming videos, we'll dive deeper into other health issues like tracheomalacia and bronchomalacia and how we manage them day to day. Please feel free to leave a comment below with your thoughts, questions, or your own stories. Let's continue to support each other on this journey. Remember, it's okay to have tough days, but it's also important to celebrate the victories, no matter how small they might seem. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace and one love.